Good morning, afternoon, and evening. So here we go again on day 12 on the Awkward Kingdom. Hope everyone's having themselves a wonderful day. Um, Yesterday I spent a bit of time doing some grindy stuff here on the kingdom, getting the trees I want and all of that lovely stuff, and getting myself organized as possible. I'm hoping I have enough stuff as we're gonna continue on working on the castle within inside of my fortress, and hopefully start getting my mass storage system somewhat organized. So I've spent a little bit of time just running around getting stuff somewhat organized, and Zeko is wanting villages. So I'm waiting for them to let me know they've got somewhere safe, because I'm just going to give them some two of my Fletchers, because I don't need all three Fletchers, because I make money now from my lime farmers. And in the castle, I don't have any plans for any more than just maybe one Fletcher to go into the archery shop. Otherwise, I've done little bits. So I've set up this dripstone farm that seems to be working really well. So I'm happy with that. These original dripstone here, I'm just going to let them grow, and actually I want them to join together, just as a little bit of deck of decorations of sorts. But I'm gonna quickly go up. I've put all of these snout noses beside all the ladders. You saw my last episode from the kingdom. You would have seen I finished off this walkway that goes around the top. And now I'm just gonna quickly shoot around, and that's fortune. Yep, all good. Check all these and make sure I've got all of them finished off. I am making sure that anytime I'm actually building here on the kingdom, I am actually live, so people can see the whole process that I go through when I'm actually building. Yep. That must have got chopped out, because I've also found, or I've been farming mangrove, and I've got jungle wood now. So I've got the woods that I want to be able to do the second story. But yeah, these here I can't walk around, but you can see out nicely. And that's kind of the idea. I wish they would bring like paint in, because I would like paint these black. I don't mind that they're brown, but yeah, not quite the color that I would choose if I had the ability to choose. So, but I don't know, paint could be too much of an ask. But it looks like they're actually all done. But I've realised that I do want the dripstone to around these stables. Like I've got podzol to put in. I want some dripstone block. Mud blocks aren't difficult to make. And that's the type of thing I want to be able to put around on the floor. But I've got myself some quartz. Oops, wrong button. And no, they are different. Ah, what a pain. I'll chuck them in there. Don't need them. But yeah, I do need to find some birch slabs. Or I forget and it becomes one of those things that just annoys me because I never get around to actually doing it. But yeah, I'll be doing the floor today in the actual castle part. I've flattened off this area. Got to grab some stone and some more dirt, bring that up, and then I want to put a fence along here and along here to be able to close this off into a nice little courtyard. And we'll just quickly run around and chuck these in, so then they're done. Because if I don't do it straight away, it will just become one of those things that I never get around to doing. Just checking this side. Yeah, all the rest of it looks fine. Cool. Just sometimes when you're swinging around the axe, I found myself over swinging and actually taking out some of the bits. So I've got this here. I think I might put vines along as much as that wall as I can, so it will give it a different look, and the glowberries behind it just really makes it look like a because it's in the sun, so all this stuff would be growing nicely. It's not moss, which moss will go on the outside. Oh, I should actually show you something else that I've spent a little bit of time doing. Putting some bushes around. Oh, sorry. And yeah, putting a nice little mix of oak and birch leaves. I think they're a nice little mix of the two different greens. And now I've also got some root blocks from the mangrove that I've got. So I will come around and take out some of these blocks here and actually put in some of the root. So it will actually look like it's growing somewhat up the wall. So some of the places I might even get some of the small azalea trees. Be able to put them in. But yeah, the idea is for the floor here, this back bit where the stairwell is going to go. 1, 2, 3 wide for the stairwell. I'm going to put wood underneath, like the stairs, just to save a little bit of, because I really don't want to have to go get more quartz. But I will be splashing in some of the concrete dust every here and there. I'm going to put water over it. I do want it to actually be concrete, like the actual white. don't know if the powder will, like, if it will actually fit. But yeah, I think I am going to just bring in that lovely white that is the concrete. Yeah, it's all just random. I've got no idea exactly where to put either block, and I think it's better to just splash it about, like, if that makes any sense. I also put a couple of more pillars in here, realizing that the walls that come along here would need a pillar here, and I think it really makes the entrance pop that little bit more. Oh, hello! I didn't actually, yeah, see that you... Thank you. I'm still in the process of just getting myself started, but it's always good to see some fellow, like, streamers out and about. Not that you're stream, but I've certainly seen you play on stream. Oh, bedtime. As my bed is still out here in the middle of the paddock. But yeah, Dot is the actual streamer, where Baba is the co-host. But which is always entertaining to see the banter between them two. I'm gonna need a lot more quartz. Well, I'm gonna have to change my splat about. Ah, you're the... I thought I heard her say once that you were an auntie, but I wasn't 100% sure. And I don't really like to assume. Because, yeah, there's not many of these I can really take out. And that was a bad one to choose. Yeah, nah, I can't. I can't. But yeah, I do a lot of, like, that fine detail type of stuff. As you would see with these walls, we go through a gradient up the walls and using the different style of deep slate to merge up. I still have to come back through on these walls and put some of these into this. I've noticed that, like, you're very knowledgeable for someone that says they don't play. Just for you to even, like, on the other day, when I was watching Used to play or Dot play, and you advise, you were talking conduits and all sorts, and it's like, for someone that doesn't actually play, you're like, you're onto the importance of yeah, good old conduits. But I will see if I have... Oh, I should have checked these chests up here first. Hey, this is the reason why I'm building the castle. I have materials scattered here, there, and everywhere. And it's getting a little bit frustrating trying to find what I actually do have and what I don't have. Ah, Yeti! G'day, mate. How you be? Talking about a fellow streamer. Yeti is someone that I've, yeah, really enjoyed seeing their... Saying crazy is probably a nice way of putting it. Like, their build was absolutely huge. And then they informed me that they did it mostly with stone tools. I'm like, nah, that's crazy. But it's absolutely awesome. So I would very highly suggest people to check out Yeti the streamer. They are a very entertaining, yeah, streamer, and their build is looking awesome. See, I got to get my tools first. Getting my tools sorted is #1 priority. Armor, like, it's... I would go mad doing the amount of work. Like, I've got one prior world that I made with using only tools I found or stone tools, and that took me like forever. See, I got to get myself set. I got to get myself set. Like when some of the builds I do, it would drive me insane trying to gather all the stuff. Plus, also I've got like fortune, and I really do live, yeah, live for the enchantments. Because without those enchantments, how are you gonna get the quartz I need? Like I would need 3 times the amount of quartz, even though I'm running low on quartz, even at the moment. And I'm hoping this will be enough. I think I've got maybe half a stack in my little starter home. I think. Well, it's not really a starter home, it's my stable, and it was always designed to somewhat... yeah, we can see it up here. Come up. Can we actually see it? Yeah, if I come up to this lookout, my little starter home down there, with me veggie patches around, a nice little veggie patch hidden on the roof. That will be taken off, and I will flatten out the roof properly when I end up moving my veggie patches over there and doing a little bit of what, like, similar to what you did, Yeti, but nowhere near the big when it comes to the wheat and all the rest of it. But yeah, like it's my starter home, but I've always thought about it being where I put my sheep farm. Will be inside there. I will set up one of those automatic sheep farms with the observer and the automatic shearing and all that type of stuff. So, oh, you gotta have fortune. It's a must-have. It was supposed to be a starter home. Well, it's quickly turning into a lot bigger than just a starter home. It's quite big for a starter home. Where my little starter home, like if I actually remember how to get out of my own fortress, I'm going to put iron doors here, like in the future. It's tiny. But yeah, I've been on this world. This is the 12th real day. I'm not counting Minecraft days. That would be just too difficult. What are you doing? Like, no. Did you steal one of my carrots? Give me the carrot, thank you. No stealing. Oh, all sorts of chaoses. What happened there? Must have been jumping up at the window. But there's nothing inside there. Ah, what a pain. Because there's nothing in here for the zombie to be after. All my village, like, my tiny little villager community. See ya, me cows and me sheep. More veggie patches, melons. My tree farm. is all around. Hi, horsey. But this little cave here is where I'm keeping my villagers nice and safe for at the moment until I end up building their houses like in the castle. I always like to have villagers wandering around and doing their own little thing. I just think that little bit of motion brings in some like activity. But yeah, there's a look on the outside of the fortress of the actual like the gradient. What I was just talking about. Like I do the same with the leaves on the outside. Um, but yeah, I try and think of the story of the build. So as I'm building it, I don't have to think. It just kind of comes as, yeah, I do need to eat. I thought, yeah, I'm like, it's not dinner time yet. I quite regularly will be jumping and hopping around, and I won't actually realize I need to eat until I can't run. And a lot of the times, got to turn it actually into quart blocks. Oops. It's your Minecraft job. Like, you do it well. Like, you really do. It's quite enjoyable. Yeah, quartz box. And here's hoping. Oh, I'm scared. But yeah, some people might think the way that I like build floors before I do walls is a little bit odd because most people do walls and then will slip in the floors afterwards. You weren't following. You're shocking. Ah, I should have words with you. Nah, it's all good, mate. Like the other night when we were talking, I think there was just way. Oh, yep. I just got the notification. My TV just screamed at me. Um, excuse me. The other day someone followed it and I missed them following. So I have set it up now that my TV will scream at me to go, hey, acknowledge this. But yeah, no, I think the other night, ZekostaG, who has just gone to sleep, he's the other streamer that I have been, well, of course, we're on the same world, but have been working with. They stream, I think, 5 days a week. So, yeah, he has been the biggest one. Yeah, like you followed, you're onto it. But yeah, Zico's off in their base trying to figure out a way to put the villagers somewhere safe because they've taken on the task, and I do mean task, of building an iron farm. uh, like, I find myself sitting here sometime watching like you and Dot, and my neighbors would think I'm absolutely crazy as I just burst into laughter. And a lot of the times you're like just on my headset, and yeah, they would just hear me laugh, and it's like, okay, we will just ignore him for now. But I think my neighbors know that I'm a little bit different, so it's really not that bad. Yeah, this last line here is going to get a bit of concrete dust chucked into it. Oh, look at that. I might take out that one, actually. And that one there would be concrete dust as well. So now I'll splash some water all over it. A frog farm. A frog farm. Did I... It's like you gotta get the frog in, like... You gotta get the frog eggs. You got to put the frog eggs in different climates, and then you got to get the frogs from there into the nether. And I've seen people put them in underneath the magma spawners. It's such a job and a half. Like, if you get around to actually doing a frog farm, I would love to see how you get to do it. Frog lights. Frog lights. Yes, yes, frog lights. I'm catching up on the chat. Leave me alone. It's the life of, yeah, a dyslexic. Takes me a second, but I get there. That they are the most awesome looking like lights in the game, easily. But I must say, I like sea lanterns. I do really, really like, and I like, yeah, I like the look of sea lanterns because I did go for a swim and found one of those abandoned, oh, what are they called? One of those abandoned cities underneath. But yeah, frog lights look so cool. But yeah, these are the sea lanterns up here, and I think frog lights kinda. Yeah, it wasn't the temple. It was just one of those like little city things that have a chest in underneath the gravel, and it has the ruined stone like buildings, and you usually have one or two of these sitting around them. So yeah, as soon as I got myself my silk touch, I like the sniffer because I want to see what it sniffs out. Like, I wasn't a fan of the copper golem. Like, no, not the copper golem. The golem thing that would just walk around and just hold items. I Yeah, and if the thing that gave you the presents, or well, the hide and seek thing, if that didn't give you decent stuff, because by the time I'm usually in running around an abandoned mine shaft, it's I've usually got iron. Um, okay, where did I put my buckets? Ah, there. I'm not going completely. Oh, well, you can't go something you already are. So I can't go crazy because I am, like, well, I'm an Aussie, so it's just part and parcel of the way of life. I yeah, see it. But yeah, now I will turn all of this concrete dust actually into concrete so it has that clean white look. Because when we come back up in here, I'm going to be putting red carpet along here and red carpet along there to like the chair. So it's like the king's room. Oh, you're going to be like that, are you? Why aren't you going to spread properly? Minecraft. Sometimes you're just a pain. Water logic. I don't know what I actually prefer. I think I actually prefer just being dust. Like, that's not as white as I thought it was going to be up against the quartz. It's, yeah, just not the clean white that I thought it was going to be. Yes, I think I actually might get some boom blocks and chuck them, scatter them in around as well. I had completely forgot about bone blocks. So I usually use them quite regularly, only on the side. The end of the bone block I have used, like, but it's such a different let me go get some bone. Do I have bone meal? I've been bone mealing way too much. I've only got 5 bone meal-ish. Don't I have more? See, like, my storage system is so... I've got more quartz there. I'm more than happy, like, with some lurkers. Because I thought some white wool also might go in. And if I am going to leave it with the dust, the white wool might also be nice. Yes. I'm just reading your comment about the beds. Oh, there's some more bone meal. I'm still not going to have enough. Oh, there's some bones. Yeah, well, this is like inside a castle, so I'm trying to keep it nice and clean cut, if that is kinda... Because I've caused chaos on the outside of the castle to give the look that it's not like the castle part has been around for a while and the fortress has been built somewhat around it. So the fortress walls are a lot nicer than like what I've done here. Purposely trying to make it look like it has had an issue or two. But when I finish doing this, I'll be then moving on to this here are the bedrooms. Hey Dot, how are you? And don't listen to these people if they're picking on ya. Like, don't. Yes, I'm looking at you. Like, they do that enough on your streams. And it doesn't really faze me if you do it on my streams either. But yes, Dot is the other streamer that I have been in. Wow. 2. Make more damn. 4. Ah, I need a lot more than that. Oh well. Need... Just... Can bamboo be composted? I'm guessing it, like, sugarcane can. Like, I've got plenty of veggies around, so I've got plenty of stuff that I can throw in there. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm one of those players that will build and then look and then tear down, then build, then repeat, and usually end up going back to the first idea, which can be a little bit frustrating. But glowberries, they're just not growing. Like, we've only just got glowberries, and that's why they are somewhat splattered around here, there, and everywhere. Sweet berries, don't, no, because I'm playing on 3 different worlds. I think in one of the other worlds I got sweet berries, but I don't actually have some here. I don't know why. I went to the spruce forest. I found spruce, and that was enough for me. Yeah, like, but you will see plenty of rebuilding, guarantee that. Oh, is that going in? Doesn't look like it is. It certainly doesn't sound like it is. Ah! Not the bamboo isn't. Ah, humbug. Well, that and that can certainly go in there. Get some bone meal happening. I'm really looking forward to that new bamboo. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's mainly about the green, like, bamboo, because there is I think it's like the stripped and unstripped. So I do think that's going to be an interesting new texture. Plus also, and then there's also the crossy. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but the crossy bamboo. I got up at a ridiculous time in the morning to be able to watch that Minecon. Yeah, it certainly was. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I spent quite a bit of time on I actually did a stream from the voting land, that world that they opened up that had all the mini games and stuff like that. I quite enjoyed having a go at those little mini games, because I'm usually not big on playing those mini games. I've sat there for hours and watched others play mini games, like mostly my son, but myself, I was never into that. But yeah, I really enjoyed the way they did the voting this year. I thought it was a great idea. I've realized that I can't parkour if my life depended on it, because I was getting nowhere on the parkour course. The drop course, I think there was some people glitching it, because there was people getting to the bottom in 0.01 of a second, and just, you can't fall that fast. So I don't know what or how they were doing it, but yeah, there's plenty of people out there that, I don't know, get too much of a buzz out of actually glitching the game. And yeah, like, cheating is certainly not a new thing when it comes to this world, which can be just a tad frustrating. Because I'm very much a vanilla player. I do even very little when it comes to creative. Like, I know a lot of people love the creative. Yeah, get Dot on to building a frog farm. I would really enjoy that. Would be absolutely... Yeah, I don't play with mods or anything like that. It's a lot more difficult to get mods here on... Hello! To get the mods and stuff like that here on Bedrock. It has become easier over the last couple of years compared to what they used to be. But because this bone meal with all these veggies ain't gonna take much now to get up the bones I need, because I do like the lines that bone meal gives. I think that it's a nice texture change, but you got to make sure you put them all in the same line or same way, otherwise it starts looking too busy, and there's going to be enough busyness elsewhere. So yeah, as I was saying before, trying to keep it like that little bit crispy clean, but with textures. Like the floor, I do. I saw, was it XB Crafted, I think it was? From like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. is where my idea for, steel modify of how I do my floors. I should be putting the potatoes through there because baked potatoes do a higher percentage, and also you get the experience build up in the furnaces, and that's why I do have the switches on the front. I just also had a thought of how full is that? That's not too full, but I've got plenty of blocks. But yeah, this is me little hidden kelp farm that I have underneath my house that I drop down here, and then I walk out here, and then I have little hidey holes in here to be able to get me breath back, and the good old buttons hold the water back, so I don't, yeah, end up with it not being oxygen. And then I've got another hidey hole down there. That was before I had the enchantment on my helmet. But as people on this realm have picked on me, I have a little bit of obsession when it comes to like the enchantments and getting all of the equipment up to what I would call scratch. No conduit here. I do have the stuff to make one, but I haven't made one. Because my plan, you can see out the ocean, that's Elf's land there, but the river then goes out that way, and then there's a huge ocean. I'm planning on getting 4 conduits built all together and putting them as like a zone around the area and building an underwater base. So I've never done an underwater base before, so that will be something a little bit different and out of my comfort zone. But with a conduit, it makes it so much easier. As in my other world, or my actual realm that I run, I drained an ocean monument. And I certainly used a conduit there. I wouldn't have been able to survive. Yeah, that I'm got one so far, one heart of the sea. Yeah, one. And with that heart of the sea, you need shells. These shells here. Nautilus. This is just pretty shells to put around the outside to turn it into the thing that goes in the middle of the conduit. So I still need to see about getting some more shells. But I've got plenty of items to be able to swap with fellow players. And I'm hoping that they've killed a drowned or two to be able to get those shells. Because the easiest way to get them shells is the drowned zombies. They will have them in their hand. And that's like, I will take that, thank you very much. There will be a bit of... Come on. It might be enough now, because if I'm also going to be putting the wool in... if you convince her. It's turning into night. I'm just trying to do maths. I know I shouldn't do maths like while I'm streaming. It's the quickest and easiest way to completely, yeah, if I could actually hear your voice, like going if, like it would be an interesting conversation to hear, but always an interesting conversation to hear used to banter away. So, and now, jumpy jump. See, that's the way I don't want to do it. I purposely showing you how I don't. No, that goes really nice. But is it completely directional? Yeah, it is. I think more like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. The wool. I think I am just going to do them random. So that one needs to swap. Mind me while I'm thinking out loud. But that's what I see streaming is yeah, professional thinking out loud. Ooh, gee, that pick was very. Yeah, I like the way the wool and the concrete look very similar, but different. No, that's a nice touch. Thank you for reminding me that bone blocks exist. I built a skyscraper on my world, and I use bone blocks in that because I like the way that it has like a path look to it, if that makes sense. I need to put some more wool about, don't I? No, this is going to look cool with the red carpet coming in. I might take that one out so it's not so concrete heavy here at the back, because yeah, that was the issue that I was finding. But no, the bone blocks I think is quite a nice little, because the chair is going to be right up against here. Don't have enough bone blocks to. I'll do it with wool. Wool it is. The chair will be somewhat there, and I'm going to put a mine cart in here with a slab in front of it so it's held in place, but so you can actually sit. And yeah, like you don't want to know all my thoughts that are going on in my head. That'll scare most people. It scares me, especially when I'm building in Minecraft, because some of the bizarre things that come to mind that I think are gonna be a good idea. Yeah, they don't quite. No, I'm really happy with that. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Because yeah, the red wool is going to sit over it, but I still want a texture underneath the red wool. So it'll be 2 lines of red wool coming through here, and then 3 that way. But I always like to detail underneath wool, because it's so easy to be able to like accidentally punch the wood. So, and I would rather it look like textured, not just because some people I know will just put plain like stuff under wool and go, it's hidden, no one will see it, and you guarantee someone's going to walk in and go, and just, you know what I mean, in good old having a complain. I know I've got some quartz again, and That needs to be something different. And then this one here. Now, I think, yeah, I'm really happy with the way that bone block has actually worked. So, no, thank you very much. So, I'll chuck the rest of this in somewhere. Yeah, plenty of space. Plenty of space. And then I will see about finding some of that one. Yeah, dark oak, mangrove, spruce. I gotta have some birch. Or did I use it all? It really wouldn't surprise me if I've used it. I might just use these 3 aqualae. And then my floors. I need a random block. Yep, dirt. Go there, so I can go on this angle. Go 1, 2, 3. All the way across. Where did that dirt get put? I had 1 dirt left, perfect to go in there. Fine. Be like that. 1, 2, then 1. 1, 2, 3. 2. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I've already used which. It was the oak, the dark oak. I forgot I've actually got jungle as well. It must be all in the other house. I can't be that. I chopped down some of the jungle trees to make sure I had the material. Nope. Nope. Where did I put them? Well, I was at the jungle spruce. I'll grab that other jungle too. They might be the 3 that I'm already using. Might be using oak. Oh, we'll take these. But I know that's why I'm building this castle. I'm building this castle so I can build the stairwell that's going to go up here onto the 2nd level. Then I can actually organize my storage system because, yeah, I got myself too frustrated in not having what I needed. But yeah, 1, 2, go away light, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oops. The axe is the only one I shouldn't have taken out of me hotbar, and of course that is the one I took out of me hotbar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and so it all looks like planks, if you can kinda. And 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2. Do it. Yeah, nice little, you know what I mean, wood flooring. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And that's the type of idea that I'm also going to do in these bedrooms. I think I was doing them here 3, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. I probably should have done them 4 as well, but it is what it is now. Oh, bedtime. I did 4. Yeah, I know. I did 4 again, as I was explaining. Ah! As I was explaining, I was doing them in 3s there to make it look like smaller planks. Yeah, I love the look of a hardwood floor. That's why I'm not a huge fan of using birch in this type of design. Doesn't mean that I don't use it from time to time. 2, 3. Good old randomness. But I, yeah, love a nice wooden floor with a, especially if you can get some really nice type of cleaning product that will bring out all the natural colors in the actual wood. 3, 1, 3. But I do this type of floor quite regularly. Oh, is Minecraft different than real life? I don't see the difference. I'm positive water in real life has the same logic as it does in this silly game. It's very, maybe so, just a little, but yeah, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Yeah, that's better. And because, yeah, this is bedrooms in here. So any of the excess villages that I don't have already set to live in these here. Well, this one here is going to be my toolsmith. So I'll have 2 villages in here, or 3 or 4, that you can trade for the tools and weapons. And then down here is where I'm going to have like the beds and a couch, like little table and chair. See, like the table arm is already there. And then I put like some stairs down there to make them look like little seats. And then this one here is going, no, this one is armor. That's right. This one's armor. This one is tools and weapons. So I'm going to have some armor stands here for people to come out and test their weapons on. Go, wah, wah. And not put bits of wood down, but wah, wah. And test the weapons. And then over here in this last little square, I'm going to have a Fletcher. And then over here is where I'm going to organize a archery range. So I'm going to put some target blocks on there using a little bit of redstone with some redstone lamps that go up the side. So depends on where you hit the target block. Depends on how high the light will go up or the redstone signal will go. Look, I love Minecraft. I really, really enjoy it way too much. And then, and that's where, like, I've got a full story in my head. Like, over here is going to be the stables, and out here will be some holding pens for the horse. Of course, I'm going to get rid of the stone, and I'm going to use different types of, like podzol dirt, mud dirt, the roots, all that type of stuff, and another holding pen over here for, might have some donkeys or a llama or yeah, whatever I can find in there. That will be like the working animals. I will work. I'm thinking this is where the passageway down the middle of these is going to go, and there will be an exit out here so people can come straight out to the horses, and that's where this entrance is too wide and it's a lot higher, so you can get in and out through here on horses. And then across the other side, I know I've got completely sidetracked. I'll come back to your floor, don't stress. Don't be, yeah, oh, I don't even, food! See, I told you, I get so caught up that I only realize that I need to eat. Yeah, I do. I quite enjoy redstone. Figuring out how it works is probably the hardest part of it. As soon as you get it down and understand how it works, the rest of it comes naturally. So there's some great people out there that do tutorials on YouTube for Bedrock. Like JC Plays is a really good example. And there's two others that I actually put their links up in my world tour video that I did. That's up on YouTube because I've watched them quite a lot. But out here is going to be the wheat farms, like Yeti has them on different levels that I think looks really, really effective. So these hills and stuff are still left here for the wheat to be grown up and down the hills. Then I've started flattening out this area here. Yeah, everything I do here on Twitch is replayed, just copy and paste over to YouTube. And also on YouTube, you will actually find my first 7 professional wrestling matches. Yeah, same name, but I've got some of my old VCR tapes. That's how long ago I wrestled. Moved over to a digital format, and I do watch-alongs and commentary, a little bit of behind-the-scenes type of stuff. I'm in the process of talking to other performers in the which one? Jungle. Here in Australia about doing interviews. I don't like that one there. That's jungle, that's jungle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do jungle again. Which, it's fine. I usually have oak and other things mixed in. Now, this one's actually too exact like that one. Don't know how I did that. Oh well, we will just go. Yeah, that's different. Good. 2, 3, and then I'll go back to that one, and then I'll put in that one, and one of them. And sitting down and... Oh, thank you very much. I have, like, been a performer of some sort pretty much my whole life. I spent about 15 years as a professional wrestler. Um, ooh, I've done the even again. Um, which one's low? Mangrove. Of course, they're the most annoying trees to farm. But I've got plenty of it. Yeah, heaps of plenty. It was fun. I loved it. I travelled to quite a few different places around Australia performing. Like I was cruiserweight champion of Adelaide twice. And the funny story is I never lost that title, because the first time I was champion I had to hand in the title because of injury, and the second time I won it was actually their very last show. So I am still their champion. But yeah, that's the flooring. Like if I had Dark Oak and Oak, I would have also put them into the mix, which I might end up farming some at some point, so they can also be mixed in. But no, I actually like the mix of these three anyway. So, but when I was injured, I was still involved in story writing, and helping with promoting and all of that behind the scenes type of stuff. I did commentary for 3 different federations. So I never stepped away from... Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do this wall out of, because it's... Nah, it's not completely internal, is it? Okay, I will stop that thought. I was going to say, it's a complete internal wall. What am I going to do? No, it's not. But these bedroom walls, I might bring in some normal stone as the internal walls for there. But now I've got to go back. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. Completely, everything is choreographed. And choreographed is the word we like to use. There's nothing that happens on stage that has not been pre-organized. If anyone goes out on stage in front of a crowd and does anything that has not been cleared, they get a kicking. Not literally a kicking, but yeah, you pretty much will get fired. It's very much a sport. Like, I've seen some serious injuries. I've certainly feel after I've had a match that you've been in a match. Like, it's a wooden trampoline, but it's got a car spring in the center of it. So if you can imagine, like, yeah, landing on a car and how much impact is not taken out of the fall, it's enough so serious injury doesn't constantly happen. But that's deep slate. Yeah, that's all deep slate. I want blackstone, because the wall around the outside is all deep stone. Deep slate, and the castle is blackstone. So they are similar, but different. So there is that variety. I know I went into the wrong chest. Grab a truckload of this. I think they're both, yeah, deep slate, deep slate. Oh, yeah. There's lots of little things that we do to be able to protect ourselves, to be able to perform again tomorrow night. Because back in 2003, I did about 76 matches, like, and there's a lot more Saturday nights than 76 in a year. So there was one federation that ran on Tuesday nights. The federation that I ran personally, we did it on Thursday nights, because that was uni night at the venue that we performed at. So they got us in as entertainment for the uni students. And then there was the standard shows that were held on a Saturday night. And then there was also the crazy, Adelaide trips where we would jump on a hired bus and travel about 9 hours. So I'm trying not to talk kilometers because I understand around the world not everyone uses kilometers. So now I need to work out, go donk donk, which one of these is... I know, I'm trying to see which one's the darkest. I would say that one's the darkest. So that one goes first. Now, out of these other two, I will see that and that. I think I will finish off with the stone. Yeah, the brick. I think I will go in that order. So the gradient gets darker as it goes up. Just making sure no block went flying somewhere and that I was a block low. One of the biggest issues with here in Australia is a lot of the venues that we had were so small backstage that you would have these very big men all trying to warm up in a very small environment. So this first layers will be, yes, will be all of this. I think it's cobble, just black stone. And then the next level up is when I will start bringing in a little bit of black and then a bit more until it is all of the brick. And then going into the polished. No, we're finishing with the brick. Polished is second. I'm getting myself confused because I've only just decided which order I'm actually going to do them in. So, yes, it was extremely funny because, yeah, there was, well, let's say there was heads in butts at times. That was certainly not the most comfortable of situations. Oh, I'm standing in the way. Gee, because walls are 1.2 blocks high. As you see, I go up a little bit when I walk onto the block. So you can't actually put a block underneath your own feet, which is a little bit annoying. But it also means that you can't jump over it, because you can only jump one block high. On my own realm, I've got beacons that give you special abilities. And I've got double jump on them. So I have the ability to be able to jump over walls and anything that is larger. Come with me. Come on. No, I'm not walking all the way back there every 5 minutes because I forget. We got a floor now. So we can do this. And this is that one. No, that's the polished. So it must be that one. Yep. And then I will go donk. I'll get rid of these last couple of these. So then I can go back over here. And that's where I just swap back and forwards every now and then just to chuck in a little bit of different color. And then it will merge more into that color and then into the last of the wall type. But the last of the wall type will be coming in on the second level. So I've got to make sure that this first level... Oh, I was on the wrong one. As I was just trying to explain, I've got to make sure that this rim around is still more of this type of stuff. Yes. Yes. If you don't know how to ask the question, I'm just going to say yes. I'm probably wrong, but it's it's an answer, and I'm a positive Pete, so yes will be. I don't know what the question is, so I should stop giving a silly answer when I don't even know what the question is yet. If you can work out what the question is. Ooh. Ooh. That pillar's in the wrong spot. It should be out one. Oops. Oh well, that's a tomorrow Moz problem. That's not today's problem. But you can see I'm going to need a lot of blackstone. I'm hoping I've got enough. You can, if you've got cheats turned on in your game, you can set so you don't drop your infantry. So if a bad guy does kill you, you don't lose any of your stuff. On my personal realm, I actually have keep infantry turned on, but I do have, like, actually my wrestling trainer's grandson that is actually part of that world. So, yeah, but if you've got drop infantry, which is the standard, you know what I mean, non-cheaty, it depends on where you get killed. If you get killed in water, it will go completely everywhere and a good 15 to 20 blocks away from where you actually died. But if you die on land, it should fall within about 5 blocks away from the actual spot. Yeah, like, I don't think I can show you in this one because this one's not my world. It will be in general, and if it's your own world, you can click across to allow cheats, and you won't get achievements in the game, but if that's something you're not worried about, you can actually do it. Yeah, like, if you, when you just die, they just naturally do that. It's one of those little bit of let's say an unnice argument that a lot of Minecrafters have. Yeah, like, and if she has any problems or any questions, just get her to message me, or because I'm part of their Discord and they're part of mine, so they're more than welcome to, yeah, start a conversation. And I'm more than happy to explain, like, the choices that have to be made. On my world, it was a case of, yeah, Mr. Owen is the person that was doing it. He was building an Enderman farm in the end, and he kept on falling into the void and losing all of his stuff. And anyone that joins my realm, because I try and encourage it to be more of a building environment, I let them have a gift box. And the gift box has got a truckload of the really good armor and tools and stuff like that I was able to glitch into the game about 9 months ago, doing a copy. I just thought I should actually work out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was a little bit afraid then it was going to be an even number. Don't like even numbers in Minecraft builds. It means you got to do double doors. And double doors here are fine. And I'm going to put gold, pressure plates down there so it looks all fancy. Got to have it looking fancy. Yeah, like, let her have a look, see what, because it will explain that if you turn this on, of course, like, if you wish to, my world is a very safe place for people to learn. I have a shopping district. Have you got Discord? Have you joined my Discord? I know Dot did, but I'm not 100% sure if you did. But if not, it's Mozdad11 #7501 off the top of my... I know I shouldn't be using my brain. I should not be using my thoughts. I'll do that. I'm onto this. Oh, why isn't that letting me? Stupid modern technology. It's all. I'm getting there. And it's not. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that one. And it will give me all of that. Oh, I was actually correct. But yeah, if you have Discord, that's my Discord name. Discord is cool. I think it's one of the better social medias. It's better with the whole conversation. But yeah, that's my Discord tag. If you because I know Dot sent that, and then I sent them a link to my actual channel on Discord. So let me just do this wonderful. I know I'm about to have another look at modern technology. I'm not going to. Don't need. It's all good. I'm just. Okay. Yes. I'm back. Yeah. If you look in your friends and find a friend, I think it is. If you type that in, it will come up. I pretty much got the same picture of my little Minecraft character surrounded by, I think it's about 15 dogs. I had an army of dogs. I like puppy dogs. But yeah, now as you would see, I'm putting a little bit more of the second type in, just randomly, but still plenty of the original one, and then just slowly working up. But yeah, if you want somewhere to be able to learn, you're more than welcome, because you'll get all the good armor, all the good tools, and you can actually just go find a place on the map that's away from the city center, as we call it, or the shopping district, and yeah, just build. I've got some people on there that have only just started the game, yeah, this year. I've got some people on there that are still absolutely terrified of the whole game, and they jump on maybe once or twice a month. We also do a little bit of a voice chat on, would be Saturday night your time, but it's Sunday my time, and me and the other admin just talk rubbish, like, and have fun. And we're building an industrial zone at the moment, me and Far. His name's Fun Gun, but he's, yeah, dropped the UN, so now he's Fug. So it's a long joke, that one. So but I think, yeah, keeping this wall as the same as the outside wall, because I want this to look like an add-on to the original, like, castle. On my second story, I'm going to move my enchantment table over and put it in this corner, like upstairs, and then have like a little bit of a bedroom over here for the librarian villager I have. And then the rest of it is going to be all of my chests. So I'm not going to build an automatic chest sorter, because I just don't have enough space. But in my world, I've got this huge island that I'm also building something very similar to this. And on there, I am going to be building an automatic item sorter for people to be able to see a little bit more of the redstone-y stuff that I do. Talking trash is the best thing to do. I think I was picking on you guys the other day for talking trash, but you were literally talking about rubbish. And I put into the comments that you're talking trash, and Dot's like, yeah, that's what we do, that's what we do. And it's like, no, you're literally talking rubbish pickup and recycling, and I was trying to make it a silly observation, and I don't, well, you hadn't really seen, like, my stuff at that point. So I can understand that you've got to be careful. You don't know who is being serious and who's being silly. But yeah, fun is the meaning of life. So, but you can tell that you guys love it. Like, you can really tell on how much you guys actually really enjoy the banter back and forth. Yeah, I think you were deboning, and you said that you were going to debone your hand, and it's like, no, you can't play Pokemon if you debone your hand. Like the ham, yes, deboning a ham is a great idea. And then you were talking about broth up the bones. I've got one of those freaky memories. Yeah, working on ham, not your hand. I think it was more that Dot heard hand. Like, but it was entertaining for me. Like, I thought it was good. Like, not to pick on you too much, but I actually like the way that it's got that little bit of a old school gap between like the wall and the floor. I can remember an auntie's house that was in, or great auntie, I should say, in the country, and all the way around the floor there was these gaps, and the auntie, it was an old farmhouse, and you're only as old as you think you are, and age is just a number. But she would actually sweep all the dust into the holes. 29, that's a number. Like, I'm a lot older than 29. Like, cool. Yeah, like I'm in that lovely numbers of like 40 plus. So, where my son is 13 years old. So, yeah, I wouldn't classify myself as a young chicken no more. Yeah, my son is 13. So, I had him when I was, or no, I didn't have him, but he was born when I was like 30, 31. You have chickens, or you've just became one of my best friends. I grew up on a poultry farm, and showing chickens, or we call them chooks here in Australia. Oh, it's children. Sorry, I misread. Sorry. Yes, I know. I said children. Ah, my dyslexic moments. They're so much fun when this lovely world of technology. I need to work out how to do the text to speech. Yes, like, please. So I can actually hear, because most of the time when I'm, say, like I'm commenting on dots, I have my headset on. That's why I'm usually listening through my headset with yeah, text to speech and speech to text. But those text to speech errors make some really entertaining conversations. Like, I have found myself laughing at some of the things that the text says, and it's like, okay, that's not quite, I think, what the person was talking about. So then I actually have to look at the word and like, yeah, read and still have to think. But you know, good old meaning, like not having to look up in a dictionary anymore and just using what good old Google to be able to go, you know what I mean, what's this word mean? And I'm pretty good with the definitions and so forth of actual like words. Um, like years and years ago, I had a couple of short stories published. So as someone that really does not like the English language, yeah, I'm a big supporter that nothing is like not hurtable. Every problem can be jumped. Like, you just got to work out how to be able to do it. Like, I worked as a teacher support integration aide and worked with children with special needs, pretty much as a living example on showing these kids that they can be like anything they want to. As I always say, most kids want to be hardable. uh, but yeah, everything can be done. Because like when kids would say, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be a a firefighter. I always was that weird kid in the corner, and professional wrestling is not big here in Australia. I always wanted to be a wrestler, and I did it. So if I can do that, when I would get C's in sport and PE, physical education, because I turned up to the class, and when my PE teacher actually saw one of my posters of my wrestling show, I was out of school at this point, of course, and yeah, he said some very unprofessional teacher words at me, saying, I passed you because you turned up, and now you're doing this. So you're telling me you could have done so much more. Thank you. And that's one of my big things that I do want to use this platform to get out to people, especially this generation, where a lot of them are saying the good old too hard, or it's like it's hard work, no matter what you choose to be, but you can do it. Like, thank you very much. Like, I'm blushing. I'm yes, so glad I don't have face cam. But it's I think it's really important to get it out there for this new generation to realize that anything you want is possible. If you are willing to put in the hard effort, talk to the right people, listen to the right people, like find people that are in that industry or that sport or that activity and find out what they did is always the best way to be able to get some inspiration for yourself. Yeah, and I doesn't matter how big of a dream everyone can accomplish. And I've known, I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you, like very much. Like, but I've known people with disabilities to win gold medals. I've one boy that I worked with. They pretty much said that he would never make anything of himself, which I really did not sit well with, and I got into an argument with one of my superiors over them saying that somewhat in ear range of that student. Um, and yeah, now that kid actually has a full-time job, not being supported by a disability or anything like that, or disability support group, at a local supermarket. And he loves it. Absolutely loves it. Like he even says, I didn't think I would ever be doing this, but yeah, it's better than him sitting there thinking that he could never be anything. And I think that's one of the worst statements you can say to any student. Yes, a kind, yeah. Just, what is that? It's polished. Oh, I've made a little boo-boo. That's not surprising for me. I was wondering why, yeah, their ones aren't supposed to, not that one, that one. It's because I just went to the cutting bench and I just cut thinking the polished is just another type of block. Give me a second. Because you've got the normal block. And then I'll make one of these. And one of these, that's the polished. and then one of these, and on a stone cutter, you can actually make all of these slightly different. Okay, I gotta go sleep anyway. Sleep. No, you're not chatting too much. Don't listen to such things. Unless it's your technology telling you that. Then technology is bad. But as you can see, there is the slight differences. Like these have got a pig nose on them. They're what I'm calling the snort blocks. It tells you nothing. Yeah, it's all lies. But yeah, that's the slight, because that's the original block, that one there. And then with the stone cutter, you can make these like varieties. And you can also make these in slabs and stairs and the walls, which I see the walls as like a vertical slab. Like Yeti was saying the other day, that he, yeah, quite enjoys that they brought them in because they used to always have a gap in there, so you couldn't really make them into a wall. No, I know where I picked that up from. I'm thinking that block, I haven't used that block since like day 6, day 7 when I did the border. Like, where did that come from? Okay. Block. All the blocks have faces. Um, do I have some? I probably don't have stone here. Oh, I do have stone. Cool. I think this one. Nah, this one just has a circle on it. Um, I would, yeah, if you looked up, say even on Google, you would be able to find a quick little picture. There's one block that has a creeper face on it. There's a zombie face. This black stone, you collect it in the nether. So it has the, like, piglin face on it. Um, yeah, I think it's just that little bit of something that they try to put in. So wall first, polished, polished, polished. They're all polished. Uh, they're two different types of polished. They're polished bricks, polished bricks. Yeah, I've used quite a few. Oh, that's not a stone cutter. Um, YouTube is probably where I've learnt more about Minecraft because I did Google some stuff and I quickly found out that not everyone on YouTube that puts information up knows what they're talking about. No, not YouTube, Google. And you will get taken down some wrong information lines. Uh, you you will, if you redstones, as I said before, as soon as you understand it, you will get it. Like, it's learning exactly what a comparator does, learning exactly. um Mumbo Jumbo has got a really good, like, tutorial on the basics of redstone. He plays on Java, but it's pretty much like it's very similar. There is some differences between the redstone of Java and Bedrock, but if you want to learn, yeah, Mumbo has a video on the basic things. He goes through each item, says exactly what they do, and how they work, and then he will make one or two very small redstone contraptions so you can actually see. Plus, Mumbo is actually quite entertaining as a creator. I think they're extremely entertaining. They're quite a silly person. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo. He's been involved in some of the Minecons. Yeah, it's does it in a good way, so it's not overly silly, but it's silly enough for it to be entertaining while you learn. And when I was working in the education department, as you would notice, that's kind of how I taught. I would have a giggle and a laugh and a little bit of silliness because it takes away the stress of learning. Yeah, adult silly. Like, a mature, like, yeah. He makes his products for all ages, so, and I think he does a great job of, some of the stuff is like kid based, some jokes are more adult based. Um, it's really I think he's very entertaining. But yeah, I watch a lot of him, and then when you get to know Redstone, I would say Doc M77. But at the moment, I think you would, yeah, really not be happy if I like, yeah, watch some Doc. No, the stuff he does is crazy. But polished, polished. That's right. It was the other order, wasn't it? It was this one. Just the standard polish. Now I've actually got these ones out of my hotbar. I won't make that same silly mistake again. I don't know why you don't play it. Like, with the information that I've heard you, like, talk about, yeah, you are extremely knowledgeable on the game. And I think one of the best things about this game is that it is suitable for all ages. I only started playing it at the end of 2019 when my son bought it, and from there, I just got addicted. I have kind of seen that Pokemon Go is a little bit of a favorite of yours. No, I have, yeah. Where my son is also a huge Pokemon head. He absolutely loves it. Um, so I know a bit, but the issue I had with Pokemon was with the names. Some of them were beyond my reading capability. And the show didn't have a lot of the Pokemon that I like on it regularly. So, yeah, I found it a bit difficult. Can't you? Oh, yeah, because Minecraft has got pretty big now. And I actually know someone else that is like isn't a Pokemon fan, but they have spent, yeah, they haven't stopped playing Pokemon Go, and all of their knowledge on Pokemon all comes from playing Pokemon Go. So it's, I have heard of others doing it. It's certainly not a new thing, and I think it was the design of the game that a lot of people really enjoyed. The getting out and about. I used to clean public toilets at one point, and public toilets are in public places. Therefore, I was in these parks every morning and afternoon doing the 2 loops. And I would find myself standing there going, nah, don't have that Pokemon. I gotta go for a walk. Time for a break. And yeah, I before I started, yeah, people didn't use the ones in the town that I was living at either. They certainly did not go really anywhere near them. But we're in completely different worlds. Australia is much different. No, it's not easy cleaning them. Like, sometimes some of the messes, it's like, how did they do that? How could they even physically be able to do that? Yeah, like, I'm always up to, it's like, telling the stories of some of the old, like, one story, I cleaned a rodeo once. I was paid very well, like very, very well. Here in Australia, our pay rates are better than what they are in the States, like in general. Minimum wage here is like $22. So that's, yeah, and I would get it more than that. Um, yeah, wow, it's such a difference. But with danger money, and the times that I would actually work, I was earning about $35 an hour, and then public holidays and weekends I was getting like double pay. So you're talking $70 an hour. The cost of living is higher. Cost of living is higher. I'm not gonna deny that. Like, yeah, petrol at the moment. There's what, 4 liters, because we run on liters in a gallon. And at the moment, our petrol is $2 a liter. So that's like $8 a gallon. So it's a little bit more expensive than what it is like over there. Yeah, and I think that's a reasonable like wage. Um, oh, that's a huge bonus. Like, you'll save your pennies there, very muchly. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people. The biggest issue out here in Australia would be we copy America a little bit too much at times. Um, but we are a young country. 90% of the land is actually unlivable, as the desert is just not a place. Oh, no, not there. Are you that? No, you're not. You're you're the ones I don't want. And I want some more damn. Yeah, plenty of them here. Like Pokemon stops because there is the whole like Australian group of Pokemon that are only available here. But yeah, we have some very different things. Like our politics is politics, but yeah, I'd stay away from that. Um, um, our food is, of course, slightly different. Have you ever had Tim Tams? Tim Tams. Not yet. There's pokies everywhere. Ah, if you can ever find Tim Tams, I would highly suggest to get yourself some Tim Tams. Yeah, Tim Tams. They're a chocolate biscuit with like a chocolate filling inside of it. Um, very, very yummy. Plus, also, we eat kangaroo. Like, kangaroo is quite a common food that you will find just in your supermarkets. Um, yeah, it's a very nice biscuit, and it is known as like the Australian like biscuit. And then you can also like we also got like a chocolate malt drink that's called Milo that is really nice as well. But you bite the two opposite corners of the Tim Tam off, and then you suck the hot chocolate, which is Milo, through the biscuit, and oh, yum. Kangaroos are overgrown rats. Overgrown rats. But yeah, like a chocolate biscuit, and you suck the hot and yum. No! Kangaroos are overgrown rats. No one here in Australia likes kangaroos. They like you can even look up because we eat kangaroo and also emu, and them two animals are actually the animals on our coat of arms. Uh, so why do we eat them? Because they are tasty and they've got a higher. Oh well, we got to do something with them. There's so many of them. We gotta like do something. But they've got a really high protein level, like one of the best red meat proteiny out there. Yeah, like the plenty of like crocodile um is available like here too. Um like yeah. But yeah, we eat our national like emblem. So yes, yes. Love to eat them, but their behavior, well, they're actually with three young at all time. That the young that's actually in their pouch is the oldest of two siblings that are actually further back in the process line. So they have got used to being farmed because the first people, the Aboriginals, have always like eaten them. So it somewhat became part of their DNA to actually be a food source. So like they're I don't want to get too like birds and beesy, but yeah, they're like there's one in the pouch that can come out of the pouch and roam around, and then there's another one in the process just before the pouch, and then there's another one in the process right at the start, and each one of them should actually have a different father. So the kangaroo they live in female groups with one male, but the females will leave the group to go find other individual males that don't have their own herd to get pregnant to a different strand. So, like, they're actually, yeah, I shouldn't call them overgrown rats. They're very intelligent, but they are everywhere. I would say they're equivalent to like the deer over in the States. Yeah, there was an ad on the radio said it was a panel beating company. And they said, was it your fault? Was it their fault? Or was it the kangaroo's fault? We don't care. We can fix it. And I thought that was one of the best like Aussie ads. I'm like, nah, that's awesome. Like, keep up the good work. But now I'm actually up to this last level, so it will all be this polished black stone from here on out, and then that will not up there. And then the next level, yeah, I didn't get that at all. Yeah, I'll chuck that in there. And then after this, I'll put another line of I don't know, with the piggy faces, but you can see on how it's like the gradient has worked up. Now the smooth, and then the second level will have the smooth and the other bricks. Yes, like rabbits. That would probably be they don't have a season. They just all the time. But yeah, like if you have any Aussie questions, jot them down. So the next time I'm on, like I'm more than happy to answer them. But yeah, and then when I get into the next level, it will look like better. So that this is the type of stuff I like doing. You know what I mean? Doing this type of texturing of the building as the sun goes down, so you can't see nothing. Stupid Blackstone and its lack of light. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, and a huge thank you for throwing them at me. Um, yeah, it's been absolutely awesome. But yeah, like bit of information about the kangaroo and the emu, why they're on our coat of arms, is because they're the only two Australian animals that can't move backwards. They have to turn to go backwards. So, under the idea that we are a forward moving country, is the reason why they were chosen for our coat of arms. Bit of useless information that has never helped me my whole life. So, because yeah, a kangaroo can't go backwards, and an emu, they have the backwards knees. So, yeah, like, I think it's very interesting. That's why it's stuck in my head. I think it's one of those bits of information that it's like, oh, that's actually smart. You didn't just put these animals on the coat of arms because, oh, they look good. Like, no, I made a couple more of these because I should still glat like in there. But yeah, I'm actually somewhat of a retired person at the moment. I've got a joint degeneration disorder, and the wrestling, like for as long as I did, certainly didn't help my joints. But at that point, we didn't know. So yeah, I usually stream like only for 2 to 3 hour blocks. It depends on how the spine is feeling. Depends on how long I actually stream for. On really good days, I will stream like twice for 2 hour blocks each. But yeah, I had physio this morning, And good old physiotherapist knows exactly the buttons to push to make your eyes open and for you to feel awake. Um, yeah, that's what I think. Um, Yeti. I caught him when he was on his 7th hour, and he got to 8 hours streaming. I'm like, mate, that's crazy. Yeah, so what I I don't like to push the body past what it can do because I know that's just a silly thing for me to do. So I will be finishing this line because I usually do a set section. So my idea today was floors and the walls of the first, and I will be putting windows in. I do detailing at the end because I worry about detailing when I can actually see the wall and go, yeah, this would look good with 3 thin windows with colored glass in it, like a grey glass or something. And then the second level might look better with two 2x2 block windows with like grey or probably black glass in the top half. But yeah, today's aim was to get this done. I know you could. I'm sorry, but that really does not surprise me. Don't think I have been on one of Dot's streams without you playing. If you haven't been playing, you're about to play or you've just stopped playing. So, you saying that you could do it for 6 hours? Yes. I understand that you could easily, yeah, not look. I understand, not Dot. It yeah, it's very entertaining watching you guys. I quite enjoy it. Banatur? That I, I I've been an entertainer. Like I'm also a classically trained clarinetist. Um, I've been in show bands, dance bands, concert bands. Um, yeah, it's finding the community is the hardest thing. I do understand that. I can't. Good old Blackstone, one of those lovely, difficult colors. No, no. Yeah, I started in high school, and I went on from that and played in other bands, like the town, um, like yeah, concert band, and then I was also in a noise creation like band that was like a punk goth mixture. Um, that I can play all like woodwinds. Oh, you just high school, okay. But yeah, I did that until like I did that until like the second year that I was wrestling, and then the wrestling started becoming. I I think the clarinet's an awesome instrument. I know I'm biased there, but yeah, I can also do the saxophone and trumpet, trombone, UFO. Pretty much anything without strings. The only wind I can't do is flute. I just can't do that like yeah bottle like blowing over the top of technique. I can't quite do that. But trumpet, you know what I mean, I'm pretty good at. Yes, I know I'm full of hot air, and sometimes that's not the best for actually playing the instrument because it makes them go sharp. Or if it's a very cold morning, then you end up with flat instruments and you hope you're full of hot air. So, but yes, you're certainly making me giggle. Um, but no, I'm absolutely stoked with how much I actually have got done here today. And yes, I just saw that I haven't done these. I know I'm over concentrating, so therefore I turn into a robot. Is that? Yeah, that's done. And that's the height I like to make rooms. So it's the... Thank you. I like to leave plenty of room. You know what I mean? So jumping can actually be had. Well, I'm actually going to run away. I'm actually going to finish up today's stream now. So I would like to thank you extremely much for dropping by and, yeah, having some entertainment and a giggle and a laugh, which I'm always up for. So don't hesitate. If you see me about, come harass me. And for anyone else watching, please follow. If you're watching on the replays on YouTube, please like, share, all that wonderful stuff. It helps like tremendously. So I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for sticking by, especially one certain, like, I'd like to say friend by this point, because they pick on me too much to not be a friend. But nah, thank yous all very much, and I'll see yous next time. Bye.